Hello guys, welcome to LabTex. My name is Nasir. Today I am with you with a new case study. So it is just like that and it will capture and it will show you. I am demonstrating you that how does it work. So here is the point. You will see that how does it capture. So I am checking the input signal and now you can measure that the frequency is 8 hertz as I have captured it in the 100 millisecond with the 1 volt division. So voltage is around you can count it 1 volt and 1.35 volt around its voltage, and now you can examine the signal as you want. So this is the way you can examine the signal. So in this way, since it is getting off, since as I am turning it on, it is getting off suddenly. So I cannot examine the signal. Now in this way I can examine it properly. So this is the finest way you can capture the signal and you can examine as you want. So RAM section I have found it is good, it is fine. Now let's move forward to the PCH and I'll have to set it again. So I am turning it on once again. Now, so how do you think that is it okay or not? How do you determine it? So these things you will come to know in our PCH class. When you will go through that class, I think this will not be very big task for you. Okay, so as we know that this is also good and healthy enough. Now let's check the BIOS communication, that BIOS is communicating with the PCH or not. I am checking it. So here you can see that something I have found. Now once again I'll have to turn it on. You just see attentively what I have found here. I have found a bunch of waveform I have found here. So what does it tell me? You just comment on the box that if you have any knowledge about the CRO checking or the BIOS checking, at least in the matter of BIOS I am talking about, that how do you check that through the CRO and you can determine it that your BIOS is faulty or not. So there are the many more ways to check the BIOS section only. As of now I am checking only CS pin, which is the chip select pin, whether the chip is selecting the BIOS or not. This is what I have checked here only. So more option is remaining, like how the data input works, how the write enable you have to check, how you have to check the hold pin, how you have to check the data output pin, how you have to check the clock when it is communicating with the PCH. All these things you will come to know in our BIOS section or in the CRO section. So here is the only demonstration of the CS pin, that the chip is selected by the BIOS. So it is the testimonial that you can see that I can guarantee that it is communicating with the PCH. How do I guarantee? You will come to know in our video class. Now let's move forward to the core section. So let me check the core. I am checking the input section of the core. So let me make it on. I am turning it on. Now you can see the bunch of, you can see here the bunch of PWM switching here, and how the PWM works, how the buck regulator and the boost regulator function. These things you will come to know in our switching class. So my friends, as you see that there is a bunch of PWM cycles, and as we have mentioned in our class that how the PWM work in the buck regulator as well as in the boost regulator. So there is the many more differences between the buck and boost regulator. So in our class we have discussed a lot about the high drive switching and the low drive switching, and what are the duty cycles would be there. So this thing we have discussed a lot in our video courses. So here is consequently we can say that our PWM is perfect fine on the VRM section. Now we will move forward and we will check the reference clock. So reference clock is something which you need to have a depth knowledge of the PCH. Then you will come to know that how the PLL logic works, how the PLL for what the PLL purpose is used, and PCH clocking as well. You need to know all the input section of the PCH. You need to know how does it communicate with the BIOS, as well as how does it communicate with the controller IO. So as of now I haven't touched the controller section because it is a very long process. If I would like to demonstrate you, it may take the 4 and 5 hours to complete this section. So it is not possible in the video here only that I can demonstrate you all the signals, but the important and those signals which is required to on and off and dead case, these things we have described in the video. So you can also contact for that video. So now let me check the reference clock. The same thing I will have to do again. I will have to switch it on. I am turning it on and I am keeping my probe, CRO probe on the reference clock. But here is the something which I need to mention you here, that it is the setting I need to change if I am checking the crystal. So I am sorry that I cannot say you now that what are the process to check the crystal and the AC signals. So I'm adjusting it again. I'll show you later on. So friend, I would like to ask you here that I have checked so many things, and BIOS also I have reprogrammed, and I think all the voltages are quite perfect and fine as I have demonstrated you. Till the core voltage I have checked. Also I have checked the reference clock. It is perfect, it is fine, and the IO communication with the PCH communication I have checked. It is also okay, I have found. So if this types of problem if you get, so what are the steps you take to repair the motherboard? So here I will not hide anything. I will reveal all the secrets in the motherboard. So let's move forward and I will check. You must comment if you receive this types of problems. So how do you check? You have to tell me the steps. Now I am demonstrating you the my types, how do I work and how do we teach to repair the motherboard. So this is the way we repair the motherboard. So let's move forward. We have left one coil, that is the GPU coil. So as of now we couldn't check it. Now let's check the GPU coil, and I am turning it on. You can see when it is getting on, you see that there is no fluctuation, there is no voltages at all. You can see both simultaneously. It is getting on, but my voltage, you can observe that the voltage is not getting up. So I can conclude on this point that this regulator is not generating the voltage. And what is the regulator here? So let me open the diagram. So friends, as you see that I have opened the schematic, and I reached on that point where the problem I feel on the motherboard, that GPU regulator is not generating the voltage, and the regulator name is RT8812AGQW, and it is the PU8201 name on the, you can see this is the PU8201 name, and this is the dual phase regulator. As you can see, this is the one phase and this is the phase 2. So different types of regulator comes: single phase regulator, dual phase regulator, three phase regulator. So different types of regulator we have discussed in our video classes, and the working principle of the different phase regulator is the different, and you need to know, you need to understand that single, like here you can see, here you can see the core regulator which is used here, it is the single phase regulator, but in the some motherboard you will find out the 3 or 2 2 coils will be given there. So that is the two phase regulator. So you need to have the information of all the phase regulator. So in this IC we know that we are not getting the output voltage. So what is the reason behind it, and how do you determine that what is the root cause of that problem? Let's begin from the VCC voltage. So it is the VCC voltage and pin number is the 18. Here is the 5 volt S0 coming. So what is the S0? It is the state. This is the final state of the any voltage, which tells you that all the power is wake up, and it is ready to perform the its duty, like it is awaking the your core voltages, and it is awaking your GPU voltages. So this is the thing which we will discuss in our video class. So this is the voltage we need to check first of all. So 18 number pin we need to check. So here is the pin 5, 10, 15 and 18 on the capacitor. So here as I have told you that it is the 5 volt S0. So it will always you will get this voltage after switching it on. So when you turn on and your all the voltage will turn on completely, then you will get the voltage. You see the CRO, it will rise and drop down. You see it goes up and get down. So what does it mean? That it is generating and due to some reason it is getting off. So that is the reason I'll have to trace out. Now the second thing we need to find out here, the enable. So enable is something which tells you the final call of any IC, and after this your output must come out on the coil. So on the pin number 3 we need to check the enable, and enable pin number 3 is on the register here. Now we have to find out whether enable is coming or not. So I am just turning it on, and you can observe on the CRO that it is coming out and going suddenly. You see it's rising up and going out. So in this way we use the capture. So this is the proper way to capture, that's whether any glitch and any ripple and it's coming or not. So what are the actual condition of the signal, you can find out through the capture, as I was showing you in the previous signals. So guys, as you see that the VCC is okay and enable is perfect, it is coming in the IC, but despite I am not getting the output voltage on the coil. So I think that the IC is faulty, and now let me replace the IC, and after that I will show you that what is the process, whether it get okay or the condition is remains same. So let's change the IC first. So guys, I have replaced the IC. Let me clean it, and now let me check the supply. Do I get the supply or not? So the same thing I'll have to repeat it again. I am turning it on, and you see the voltage goes high, but despite my signal is not rising up. So again I am showing you, laptop is turning on. Even you can see from here that when it turns on, the light glows, the LED light glows. So you can see it's turning on, but still I am not getting the output voltage of the GPU coil. So in this case, what do? You have to comment on the inbox, and I would be really thankful to you. for commenting. To take some time to find out the actual problem, then I come to you, because it seems that there is some massive problem in this motherboard. So after the diagnosing, I will come to you. So guys, we take 10 minutes to diagnose this problem, and found that inside the capacitor the track was cutting off, and there was no connectivity between this resistor through capacitor to this pin. So I have placed a jumper. I put a jumper wire on this 10 number pin, and this is amazingly a ground. So not all the time the power supply cause to failure the power or in your motherboard, but sometime also ground can lead to the dead or on off problem, or the no display problem could be the reason behind it. So you can see here. So now you can see this is the place. This is the place where the R ground pin number 10 I have connected with the resistor, and it is coming from the core section. There is the two required signal which is required to generate the GPU supply. One is the V sense and R ground. So we found that R ground was missing in the motherboard, and we apply a jumper from the resistor to the ground, and now you can see on the schematic this area was cut off from this portion. So I have connected a jumper wire through this resistor to this point. So this is the thing I have done in this motherboard. Now as you have seen the jumper wire, and this is the 0.73 number page, the signal, I think it is the. So if you talk about this area, that where this signal is coming from, so this two thing is required. If this signal is not connected to the IC, so this is coming from the GPU itself. If it is not coming through the GPU, or GPU is not sensed by the graphic IC, GPU regulator is not sensed by the graphic IC, then the voltage will not be generated. So this is the function you will find here. So you just copy it, and you will find out the V sense, the voltage sense of the GPU, and you see that I have also copied it. Now you will find that the GPU 1. So GPU 1 is the graphic here, you can see here. So it is the GPU 1, graphic sense positive and graphic sense negative. Two thing is required here, and which you have to always check. And one more thing, also you have to check the positive, the 12 number of the pin. So I have checked that this was okay, perfectly fine. Even I can check you now. So it was okay, but ground you cannot find on that point. So let me check whether any voltage is coming. I think a ground is the only ground you can see through the multimeter only. This is the point you never have to skip. You just don't have to power up. You have to check. There must be a certain value on this pin. See, since it is the GPU ground, R ground, so there must be ground, and I found that there was no ground at all. So I connect the jumper wire. You can say it. This is the feedback signal for the GPU IC, and if the feedback importance, if you know that what is its important, it is the one of the most important input signal of any regulator. So feedback was missing. So due to the negative feedback, the regulator is not generating its voltage. So this was the overall diagnosing of this motherboard. Now let me turn it on once again. Yes, you will see. Let me put it on. I turn it on, and you can see that the fluctuation, the display has come. as I have told you earlier that I have reflushed the BIOS, and it was the not clean me region. So as you know that what is the clean me region, how to clean the BIOS, how to clean the CSME region, how to clean the TXE region, how to crack the RSS signature. These things we have discussed with the depth knowledge in the our video, or you can also enroll in our ongoing classes. So our English batch is going on. You can contact on the given number, and you can query for the class schedule. So guys, the actual problem was in this motherboard that it was turning on and sudden off, but now you can see that it is stagnant. Now it is very constant. It is not turning off now, and the problem has been solved. The customer which complained that it was turning on and sudden off, now the actual problem. So guys, the actual problem was that the GPU problem was not generating, and now you can see I am checking the GPU. You can see the pulse, the bunch of pulse of the GPU. Now it is generated, and despite the voltage generated, the display has not come as of now, and I hope that I have replaced the BIOS, and the BIOS is still faulty because it is display might be coming but late, as it was fluctuating. It is my guess only as of now. I haven't used the display BGA cable as of now. I am testing it on the USB and external, but you can see that the display has come here on the, but slightly late display is coming on this motherboard. This is caused by CSME region. So I need to clean the ME region, I need to clean the CSME region. So these types of informations you can acquire through our video courses. We have described there all about the BIOS programming, like how you will clean the ME region, how you will clean the CSME region, how you will clean the TXE region, and how you can crack the RSS signature in the latest Apollo Lake processor. So I hope guys you have enjoyed a lot, and please comment as much as possible. So guys, I hope that you would have enjoyed this video a lot. I would like to request you to subscribe our channel if you haven't subscribed as of now. I would like to request you that please like our videos, and also press the bell icon button so that you will get the notification time to time, and please stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video.